I'm Colin Knipe, and welcome to another music review here on Corrupted Nostalgia. Today we're going to be taking a look at an album which I believe is one of the classics. It's St. Francis by Satin Sheets, formerly known as Sprite 1999. But I've got the LP here that I ordered from his Bandcamp a little while back. And I've got to say, the presentation's really nice. You got the people that I can only assume are like on a beach or something. But, you know, looks kind of like, you know, satin sheets in the background there. And on the back, there's people at the beach, and there's like a mountain in the background. Cool art, nice art. Looks great. This comes with an exclusive bonus song, or 4 bonus songs actually. You've got Collect Them All, Maui Mall, Tan Line, and Fashion, which is a collaboration with Esprit. Now moving on from the front cover, it's got a really nice vinyl too. You know, just the normal clear, completely clear. I love this, it's neat. Get a good view of that there. If I had a way to describe it in person, it kind of just looks like scratched up glass or something like that, like beach glass. Overall, really neat, really neat. And I like the labels on there too. They've got the everything you'd expect. It's got the little 100% electronica label sticker on there. I think the reason a lot of people stay away from colored vinyl and, you know, translucent vinyl is just that stigma of, you know, what if it's a lathe cut? What if it's a lathe cut? That's usually only like for picture discs when they don't want to, like, you know, when they have a picture inside of there. And, you know, they have to do that, but, you know, it's whatever. You kind of cut your losses with that. But with this, it's functional and it's cool looking, and I really like that about it. So, you know, let's go throw it on the record player and see how it sounds.
Sprite.
Alright, so, you know, after listening, you know, I've got a couple things to say. It sounds really good. It sounds, you know, phenomenal as far as pressing goes. And I've been really lucky with the pressings that I've been getting from the Vaporwave community. Everyone seems to be doing such a great job when they do put out records, with the exception of Illuminated Paths and their lathe cut of Late Night Delight, a few songs on that, and it was just kind of, you know, ragtag together. However, it sounds really good, and I definitely recommend. I'm not sure if it's still up. I'll put it on the screen if it's not. However, I do recommend picking this one up if it's still up. Let's talk about the sound of the album. The best way I can describe it is, you know, imagine you're on a beach in the 80s. It's always in the 80s. You're sitting there and you hear all the advertisements from people's, you know, radios, all from different directions, and they're overlapping each other and, you know, creating this chaos. But there's also people having fun, and some guy playing with an electric guitar. I don't know. It just sounds like a beach party, if I had to describe it, but but you're kind of listening to it from underwater. If I could personify the sound of, you know, heat waves, that's what it kind of sounds like to me. It sounds like, you know, if you're looking at your hood of your car after a hot day and you see the light warping around on top of it. That's kind of what it sounds like, if I had to describe what it sounds like. I don't know, it has a really unique sound. And I'll be honest, the first time I listened to this album, I didn't care for it too much, but it kind of grew on me. And I think that's what kind of album it is. It's, you know, it's a little jarring if you're new to the scene. And I think that's what kind of threw me off about it. I wasn't too into this whole like vaporwave, late night lo-fi music. But once I started listening to more of that, the album started to sound better to me, to the point where, you know, I'm really glad I have this album. And I want to be able to review these albums, not just of the pressings, the vinyl pressings. I want to tell you, you know, what I think of the album, what I think of the music on there, because it's not all up to what the record itself sounds like. It's in large part, you know, it's the music on the record that's important. You know, even if you're not looking to get the record, but you're looking to pick this up on Bandcamp, I definitely recommend it, and I'll link it in the description. But if you're new to the genre, you know, I understand you might not like this album, and I can see why. You'd be a little deterred, because it starts out, you know,
Sprite.
And, you know, probably alluding to his alias before, before Satin Sheets. But the first time I heard that, I was like, whoa, okay, what am I getting myself into? It has this really distorted sound to it. The whole, most of the songs do. They sound like they're, you know, in like a flanger or something. Where they warp back and forth, pan side to side, things like that. It is a little chaotic. With all that going on in one song, in one album, there's a lot to think about, and definitely a lot to listen to. And it doesn't stop there. The B-side's amazing, and the extra tracks that came with the vinyl sound great too. My only pick with this album is that, you know, it does get a little repetitive at times. There are parts that, you know, drone on for longer than, you know, I'm willing to listen to, so I'll pick up the stylus, move it to the next song, you know, and get on with my day. That's not a huge deal, but, you know, things could be a little more concise, I think. But for the most part, I really like where the album heads and, you know, where it ends. It has a good, you know, final track to it. Overall, I think the album is, you know, mastered really well. I don't think there's any parts that were, you know, overwhelming my speakers with any high end or bass or anything like that. It was all, you know, everything was where it should be to not make your speakers rattle around. It's definitely worth taking a listen to for yourself, see what you think about it, but I like it. I like it. I think that just about wraps up everything I wanted to say about the album, or anything I had to say about it. Overall, it's a good album. It's a great album. I just want to say thank you for all the support on the last video, the Corp Hyrith video, and Corp himself actually shouted me out, so thank you, Corp. I appreciate it. And so I think that marks the beginning of something special. I'm going to be doing these weekly reviews, and, you know, I've got plenty of music to review for quite a while now, so stay tuned. The next video will be of Birth of a New Day, the Dream Catalog re-release of the cassette. So stay tuned, and I'll tell you how that one sounds. I'll tell you, you know, if it's worth picking it up before that pre-order goes away. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button, and keep up to date when I'm posting. If you are concerned that YouTube is not showing you my videos and you'd like to see them more, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting updates regularly there, as well as some other, you know, juicy content. And I'm doing sort of a soft announcement for this. I have my own album coming out here in, you know, whenever it gets done. Probably near the end of May, mid-May. I'm collaborating with one of my friends on it, and it's called Stories from the Love Motel. It's about this, like, sleazy 80s love hotel, and it's gonna have some good funky tracks to it, and I hope you stay tuned for that. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.